This is on the dependency cycle. At birth, we are all hardwired to attach and then learn, it's kind of like an assignment, to accept our community. If we can do that when we move to independent, which is the ability to stand alone, healthy attachments, etc., and then we can move to interdependent, synergy, 2 + 2 = 5. Okay, so at dependent, which is a healthy state to be in, this is what we have to do. We have to learn to accept our community and attach to our community. Who's our community? It's mom, it's dad, and it's parents as a singular unit. If mom and dad have divorced, we no longer attach to parents. So we're now missing one out of the three. If dad's divorced and mom and dad divorce and dad moves out of the house, it's challenging to connect with dad. When I say connect, let's see what that means. Connect means I'm going to attach to him. That means I'm going to have a level of trust and respect with my father, and I'm going to get the associated affirmation, affection, and approval from my dad. And I'm going to explain to you what that means. So in order to get a healthy dose, we go to the sayings, and I'm going to read just this one section on what that means. We each need boundaries, identity, safety, and a degree of order and consistency early to prime our first half of life. We have a first half and we have a second half. We need to feel special with an infinite supply of, and I look at the screen here, affirmation, affection, and approval for efforts and earned accomplishments. Not because you exist, not because you're cute, not because you're naturally intelligent and always get A's on your math. Those are harmful compliments. Affirmation and affection and approval need to come because of effort, because of something you've done. Otherwise, it's a helicoptering or a snow plowing event, and that's exactly the challenge we have in society today because parents have trained their children to have learned helplessness. These need to be affirmation, affection, approval in an infinite amount, infinite supply, because you've done something, because you've earned it, because you've tried. Who cares if you failed? It's that you try, that you learn a system to try. If we don't get an infinite supply of the 3 A's, we will spend the rest of our lives searching for, demanding, and bemoaning its lack from others. People crying because they didn't get enough likes on their Facebook post. That's an outside in, seeking as an adult affirmation, affection, and approval. When we do this as an adult, it's an inauthentic self, it's a false self, a sabotaging, it's our shadows coming out of us, our false narratives, because we're not integrated. Our upstairs and downstairs brains aren't integrated. So back to the attachment. When we get trust, respect, and the 3 A's, we start attaching to that adult, which is critical at this stage. And then we learn to accept. It's flow. It's holding boundaries with civility, not this anger type stuff, and without getting flooded. Remember, that's flooded. We've got neutral energy. So now this is going to ring real familiar with what we just covered with the positive experiences and the traumatic experiences. If I connect and I attach with my family of origin, my mom, my dad, and my parents, I will live in a state of flow. I'll make accurate predictions. But if I don't, notice what comes up again. The endogenous addictions resurface: radical independence, codependence, anger, judging, controlling, etc. And the exogenous, which is 20 to 25%, it's the outside in. The dependency cycle is critical. Let's just say, for argument, I'm doing the work on myself and I'm radically independent, which that's kind of what happened. For me to get healthy, I don't go to independent. I go back to dependent. I learn how to attach and accept my community, except it's no longer mom, dad, and parents. It's first me, Richard Himmer. I have to learn to attach and accept myself, integrate upstairs and downstairs, get rid of the trauma from yesterday, get rid of the negative energy. I'm married, so I want to attach and connect to my wife. I believe in God, so if I attach and connect to me first, then I can attach and connect to my maker, my highest power, and then I can attach and connect to my wife, and then I can attach and connect to my children, etc. That's the priority, which I will cover a little bit later on. There's a model that covers this. So the dependency cycle, in a nutshell, says, at birth, you are hardwired to attach and accept your community. If you don't, you're going to pay for it. at some point in your life. It's better to start now, no matter when now is or how old you are. It can be reversed. You can reverse compound back into happiness, joy, and well-being. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again.